On Friday, October 12th, 2012, a jury in Charlottesville, Virginia, awarded Dr. Weihua Huang a verdict in a False Claims Act retaliation case. The verdict was for back pay of $159,915, which will be doubled by statute. And then on top of that, compensatory damages of $500,000 for a total award at this portion of the verdict of $819,830. This case is significant because it is one of the first False Claims Act retaliation cases tried to verdict since the provision of the False Claims Act preventing retaliation was amended in May of 2009. Dr. Huang alleged that the university where he was working at the University of Virginia as a research scientist, he's a molecular biologist, doing research on nicotine addiction and the genetic causes of nicotine addiction. And these grants that he was working under are funded by the National Institutes of Health. Dr. Huang was alleging that when he became the principal investigator on a grant, he was unauthorized charges were being made on his grant, and we proved to the jury's satisfaction that Dr. Huang was terminated from the University of Virginia because of his allegations of fraud on his grant. He was alleging and proved that charges were being made on federal money for work that was never performed. The next stage after trial is post-trial motions, and the judge will accept briefing on post-trial motions for attorney's fees and costs, for future wages, a concept called front pay, and he will also evaluate any of the defense's post-trial motions. Well, naturally, he's thrilled that the jury got this exactly right. They awarded compensatory damages in excess of what he asked for during closing argument, and the jury entered the back pay number that had been stipulated by the parties. Well, there's a combination of things. As a sort of a mix of things that go into any jury verdict, but I would say that the evidence itself was overwhelming in favor of Dr. Huang. He put forward documentary evidence, testamentary evidence, and he was unimpeached on the witness stand. The defense witnesses were impeached repeatedly. Well, it's significant because, as I said, this is one of the first anti-retaliation cases that's come under the False Claims Act since it's been amended. It's also significant to the entire grant-making community. The research institutions all across this country that accept federal funds from the NIH and other grant-making agencies now hold this money in trust. And this case makes clear that when a research institution like University of Virginia allows its supervisors and managers to get creative with the accounting, if you forgive me for saying so, that those institutions are going to be held to account for all of these federal funds, and they are not going to be permitted to retaliate against those who take issue with the way the accounting is being done. Well, it's a very good question, and the first thing, of course, is to get good and experienced counsel to help navigate these waters. These are complex cases. These are cases that benefit from good documentation. Dr. Huang had the benefit of good documentation of his protected activity, and having experienced counsel to advise the employee on these matters is critical.